Let's take a little pinch because I'm sure it's pretty strong. Oh yeah, it's very strong. Wow, that is garlicky. Hi and welcome here. This is not a sponsored video. I used our own money to buy the food that I'm gonna show you in this video. Our family has used freeze-dried food for over 10 years now. And it's a piece of our total food storage system. Why? Well, every time the power flickers, every time our country goes deeper into debt, I ask myself one question. If this just-in-time food system fails, what would I feed my family? And that's not paranoia. I think it's being responsible in today's world when stability feels more like a memory than a guarantee. I don't take what any politician says at face value. They are ensuring that the system endures. Mangoes. Not ensuring your family's well-being. Most people think food storage means cans of food and dried rice, but they are missing the thing that makes long-term eating sane and nutritionally balanced. Let's put that over there. Because when you open a can of green beans in year 5, it's on you as to its safety because it's gonna be well past its due date. But open this. Oh, here we go. Freeze-dried strawberries. That just smells like summer. And it lasts for 25 years. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly what freeze-dried fruits, vegetables, and some meats actually taste like, and how to use them in a family pantry, and why I recommend building 10% of your food storage out of lightweight, I mean, this weighs almost nothing, shelf-stable products like this. This is practical, not panicked. No $3,000 buckets here, just real food, real planning for real families. I ordered this sample pack from Thrivalist because I wanted to test the individual foods and I wanted to show you this food in a video. These are single ingredient, so there's no salt, no preservatives, no additives. It's just food with the water removed. As you can see, there's a lot of fun things to try here, and I'm gonna taste test them right on camera. We're gonna open these up. There are things like freeze-dried sweet corn. There are, well, look at this. This is red onion. There's sweet potatoes. There's peaches, raspberries, and you already saw the strawberries, and mango as well. There's also dehydrated apples, there's blueberries. So we're gonna go through this, but each is sealed, it's labeled, and stable for up to 25 years. So let's get to the fun and interesting part of the video. We're gonna taste test some of this. So I'm gonna start first with the corn. This stuff looks good. I'm gonna check this out. So these are really cool individual Mylar bags, but let's just try this. That's actually really good. It's kind of like sweet popcorn without the butter on it. This would make a solid snack, or you could put it in a soup, you could put it in some taco meat, something like that. But really tasty. These look like cereal toppers, but the smell is incredible. Like I said, it smells like June when you're out in the strawberry field and it's just like, oh, it's candy right off the plant. Let's just taste this. Yeah, it's a little tart and sweet. It is just like candy. So 10 out of 10 for flavor. These would not last an hour in my house. The kids would go wild for them. Let's get into the carrots. Not to be mistaken for the sweet potatoes. They actually look kind of the same. So this is the carrots and this is the sweet potatoes. But let's open the carrots. Again, this is a fun way that Thrivalist has put this together in these small sample packs. This isn't really for food or eating, but just to try and see what the quality is. So let's try these. They are diced up, super dry, but they're really actually surprisingly sweet. The texture's a little bit squishier. It's not like crunchy like the other ones were, but once these are rehydrated in a soup or stew, they're gonna be absolutely perfect and tasty. Let's keep going with a green vegetable. So this is broccoli. I don't know how this is gonna go. I am almost a animal-based carnivore as far as my regular diet, so I am going out of my little circle to do this video for you guys, but I think this food is important and not everyone in our household eats the way I do. So let's try a little bit of broccoli. Makes me a little nervous. Wow, that is crunchy. It's more earthy for sure, but you could definitely snack on this by itself, but man, to put this in a meal, some good stuff. This one is one of the more obvious ones, and it's freeze-dried apples. So this should be a winner. Really good follow-up to the broccoli. So like apple chips, but lighter. I could eat a whole bag of these with nothing else. Great in oatmeal. You can put it in any sort of backpacking mix or survival ration. They're just really good. I would say fairly high energy because there's quite a bit of fruit sugar in there, and you're good to go. I'm not gonna try all of these on camera, but I really wanted to try this one, and this is freeze-dried garlic. Check that out. Very cool. I have never actually seen this before. I've actually never tried freeze-dried garlic. Let's take a little pinch because I'm sure it's pretty strong. Oh yeah, it's very strong. Wow, that is garlicky. Intense. You wouldn't need much of this to go a long ways. That was actually probably way too much to put in my mouth, and that was only like 3 little pieces. So really tasty though. If you like garlic, that's gonna go a long ways for you. Let's see. So there actually aren't any meats in this sample pack, and I'm not gonna taste test the rest of these. So there is peaches, which look really cool. There's also blueberries, and these are actually really big and nice. And the red onion, right? These are the sweet potatoes. These are mangoes. And then of course you've got the raspberries. And then this interesting one. So like I said, there's no meat in this one. I'll have to do another video on meat. But these are actually quick cook pinto beans. So they are pinto beans that have been freeze-dried so that they just rehydrate very, very quickly. You don't have to cook them, a couple minutes and you're good. So that makes a big difference. And because there is no meat in here, I am just gonna have to try this on the camera. And I'm sure you have to cook these a little bit, but I'm gonna try one anyway, just for you. So let's do this. Here she is. Well, it's crunchy and it's quite beany. It's tasty though. It's actually really good. It's one of those, it's kind of like those snacks that you get, like the peas, the roasted peas or the roasted soybeans a little bit that you can put flavoring on, but obviously with no flavor, but other than the bean itself. So really good. I could definitely actually just chew through that if I wanted to. But that is it for the taste test. Let's talk a little bit further on freeze-dried food. If you eat a lot of fruits and veggies on a regular basis, freeze-dried fruits and veggies give you vitamins, minerals, and fiber, like I just ate from this bean, right? Things that your body needs to stay healthy during stressful times, during illnesses, or just some time when you have to depend on your long-term storage foods. And you can't get that just from rice and canned chili alone. If you follow a different diet model, say one more animal-based like I do, you can get freeze-dried meats as well that last for long-term storage. What does 10% of your pantry in freeze-dried foods actually look like? Well, let's say that your pantry is built for 30 days for 4 people. That's about 360 meals. So 10% of that, around 30 to 35 servings of fruits and vegetables and meats, that could be 5 cans of freeze-dried fruit, 5 cans of freeze-dried veggies, and 5 cans of freeze-dried meats. Now I'm talking about the number 10 cans. They're like a coffee can size. You build this slowly, and my recommendation is you put about $50 to $100 or whatever 5 to 10% of your regular food budget is, and you put that into freeze-dried food. And that's how slowly over time we've built up the amount of freeze-dried food that we have here. It lasts longer than anything else in the pantry. Frozen, a couple, 6 months, maybe a year if it's really packaged well, right? Canning, 2 to 3 years. So then freeze-dried, you're looking at 25 years unopened. It's an unbelievable value. Yes, it's more expensive up front, but it lasts for a long time. And with the way inflation is going right now, can you imagine a can that costs $50, what is that going to be worth in years from now, say 10? How much more is that going to be of value? So it lasts longer than anything by a long shot. I hope as we were tasting this together, you can see that this is really flexible food. You can rehydrate it. You can toss it in a stew like this red onion. I mean, I like red onion just as much as the next person. Throw this in a little, throw it on top of a salad, throw it in your stew. It's gonna just bring out that flavor. And these are powerful. You saw with that garlic, that was really strong for me. And it took like 3 little pieces. But you can mix these into oatmeal. So you've got, how about some peach oatmeal? How about some mango oatmeal? How about some raspberry oatmeal? How about some strawberry oatmeal, right? This food works whether we have power up or not. Whether your freezers are running or not, this food is here. And it doesn't spoil. It doesn't smell like anything. These are perfectly sealed. And until you open it, you can't smell anything. And when it's in those number 10 cans, it doesn't attract any pests because it is completely encased in metal, which is awesome. What does this look like in real life, in your pantry, in my pantry? So I store freeze-dried fruits and veggies and meats in 3 different spots. My working pantry, which then you can throw it in anything. I like when I'm making up some ground beef or something, just the ability to throw in like a 1/4 cup of freeze-dried onions, and then you're done. You don't have to chop anything up. You don't have to weep and cry or anything like, you don't have those fumes going on. You just throw it in and you've got immense flavor, like instant, right? I love that. So my working pantry has various things in there that I like to use, especially onions, and for oatmeals and stuff like that, some strawberries or raspberries, even blackberries, they're really good. So they also go in our bug out bin. So these are high calorie, easy cooking, all-in-one meals. Now this is not what this is today, but an all-in-one meal is basically freeze-dried food that has been made into a meal. Usually there's a rice or pasta that is involved, and there's also usually a beef or chicken component to it. So you've got your protein, your carbohydrate, and your veggies and seasonings like the garlic, like the onion. So they're really tasty. They've got the spices included. You just add water, and usually it's either you boil the water and it just sits, or you have a very short time of cooking that. So in a real emergency, if you can boil water, you can make some amazingly tasty food. The other place that I keep it is long-term can storage, which I'll show you here. It's basically for the next couple decades, this is a food supply that if things really go badly, we have this as some long-term storage. This outlasts, again, the freezers. This outlasts the can storage. This outlasts anything else. Which is a great thing and peace of mind for our family. So it's not the bulk of our food plan, obviously, but it is one of the most valuable parts of it. And that's why I wanted to share this in this video today. I want to get very real with you because that's what this channel is. It's things that we actually do. Everything on this channel, even the B-roll clips, they're my own photos. They're my own videos from our life experience. I don't just add stock or AI footage. I want to be real as much as possible. And on that note, I want to let you know, you don't need to prep like a survivalist. You just need to think like a responsible parent, a responsible spouse, all of those things, a responsible person. Freeze-dried food is one of the easiest, longest lasting, and smartest ways to round out your pantry. Like I said, 5 to 10% is all you need, but it might be the 10% that you rely on the most in a really bad situation. Like I said, we've been using freeze-dried food as a family for over 10 years now. So I wanted to share this with you if you're just beginning or wanted a really good source to start your own. And I've got links below to this sample pack, this exact sample pack that you can try yourself to help you build your own pantry at your own pace. So this is how you can support this channel while building your own system. And if you do, I thank you because that helps me do what I do. Subscribe, hit the bell, give it a thumbs up, and there's a new thing on YouTube, and that is to hype the video if you can. So it helps me out a lot in video land. And tell me in the comments, what's one freeze-dried food that you would actually eat every day, whether the power's on or the power's off? Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for your comments. I do read and reply to them. And I have a lot of fun doing so. And I've actually learned a lot from you guys. Everyone who watches these videos and puts a comment in that is thought out and adds to the conversation is really valuable. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.